What's in the box? Hey everybody, you know who it is. And today we're looking at something amazing from Arex. Global Ordnance sent this out to test and evaluate. And I got the brand new pretty much, because there's only a few out there. A few hit some people about a year ago. But John Wick, eat your heart out. The Arex 02S. Look at this thing. This thing is amazing. Amazing. And if you like this video, which you should do now, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment always, you make sure to watch the range review. Probably quite a few range reviews. At least the first range review has been done, and I am a friggin' ninja with this thing. This thing is beautiful. So this is not the 01. This is a new updated 02. This one is not optic ready, but I'm betting that's going to happen pretty darn soon upcoming with optic ready versions. But like the 01, this has now been modded to be even better with a deeper undercut of the trigger guard. Beautiful front stippling, beveled magazine well for fast reloads. More ergonomic grip, much more ergonomic grip with a higher ability to grip up higher on the beaver tail for better control with that undercut. So a wraparound one piece, well, maybe not one piece, but a wraparound grip that is much more comfortable and has much better texture and is way more comfortable for people of normal-ish size hands. The 01s are okay, but the grip was too thick was the main complaint. I got Global Ordnance put on some dead-on night sights already for me. Thank you very much for that. So they are the importers of Arex. Arex is probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite, companies. I've done a lot on Arex. I don't have an affiliation with them or anything. I wonder if they know of me. These are beautiful pistols made in Slovenia, which they're getting a bit known, but still pretty unknown. And they make weapons for the military and whatnot. They have beautiful machines, quality control, and all of that. Imported by Global Ordnance in Sarasota, but again, made in Slovenia. This is a traditional double-action single action pistol, if you haven't figured that out yet. It does have ambidextrous magazine release, comes with 2 magazines. I believe some might come with a +2 base. Mine did not. It came with 2 of the Gen 2 magazines, and they were nice enough to send me a Gen 1 or 01 magazine as well with a little less capacity. That also works and slides in that beautiful magazine, beveled magazine, well, for fast reloads. It has been safety checked and is rechecked again by me. I can verify it is empty. It has a long but pretty smooth up into a wall, kind of like a double action revolver trigger that one could prep for a headshot at 15 yards, like I often do in drills, or a Jack Wilson or dual Jack Wilson bad guy drills to stack to the end or stage that trigger to there. But it's pretty smooth. It just stacks up at the point here to stage before the break. But it has a pretty, very nice reset. I think it's short and rapid firing. I'm already a ninja with this. The Pullner Tactical does make a short reset trigger bar for this that I hope they will send me. Pullner Tactical, please send me the SRT. If not the trigger, just send me the SRT bar. But they also make a wonderful flat face trigger for shorter trigger reach, and it makes it like ninja good. But anyway, this pistol is absolutely phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it. Feels wonderful in my hand and even better when shooting rapid fire. It absorbs recoil. Wonderful with very accurate splits, double taps, triple taps, etc. Rapid fire, fast 5 bill drills, immediate incapacitation drills, all that good stuff. Split bill drills, Mozambique failure drills, all that. So there's your dual, works both sides, magazine release. The slide stop also works as a slide release here, and the same very button works as the decocker. So that's good for training. The safety, just go ahead and ignore unless you got to do something administratively, and for some reason the hammer wasn't down. So the long double action trigger works as a safety in and of itself, and then you get that crisp single action after that. If you wanted to, you could potentially carry cocked and lock. I didn't even do that in the range review. It's hard to put on, which I like, especially with these newer grips, but easy to take off. Easy enough to take off. So you could carry a cocked and locked if you wanted to and needed to for trigger reach or whatever. It's a dead trigger with the safety on. You could swipe it off, and there you're able to go. They come with metal sights. These are night sights that Global Ordnance put on for me. Thank you very much. That's another change as well. These are now the same cut as the Arex Delta 2. Guys, I've borrowed some friends. I've done the Arex Delta Gen 1. I've done the Delta Gen 2. It was like tied with Pullner Tactical the day that was released, the Gen 2, with and without a red dot optic on it. And they're amazing. And nowadays you can find them for cheap. And people think they're cheap pistols, and they're not. This is a fairly expensive pistol. At least the 02 is. You can pick up the 01s now fairly cheap, as they probably are trying to get some of them out there, and probably before the release of the 02S with a optics cut, and hopefully a 02 compact, which I love this so much I would like to get, though it's just pretty comfortable to carry. Thankfully, I want to give a little plug here to Tagwell holsters, Tagwell leather holsters. I happened to just get surprised with this in the mail the day before I got this, and thankfully, because it doesn't fit any of my other boxes and boxes of holsters that I have. It's a little thick in the slide, but it does fit this. This is a 4-way holster. I carried it outside the waistband. Unbelievably, it covers the 4.3-inch barrel all the way, so the stupid thing on my Levi buttons that scratches up all my nice firearms doesn't scratch this up, and it carries pretty darn well. Carries well enough that I think I could occasionally carry this. Supposedly it's 31.5 ounces with an empty magazine. So I just got about 31.4, 31.3, depending on where I put it, ounces. So just a tiny bit less than the 31.5 it said online with an empty magazine. Loaded, it's going to be about 38 to 39 ounces, depending on what magazine, how much capacity, and what bullet weight you use there. So it is getting a little heavy loaded. The capacity's been risen by 1 for this and the full magazines. And of course, it depends what you have. And I'm not telling you what I have because it's none of your dang business, government. And anyway, though, John Wick, eat your heart out when I do fight John Wick. And if you want to learn the techniques of John Wick, check out the video on my page, Dan the Wolfman, coming and upcoming on Viking and Samurai. Just filmed the techniques of John Wick, mostly martial arts, but also in jiu-jitsu and all that, but also of shooting from the John Wick modified car position, so don't access relock and all that, which I believe I did with this at the end of the range review. Yes, I did. So anyway, guys, it's an excellent, excellent, excellent pistol, the best pistol nobody knows about. A few people reviewed it about a year ago, but really only a few, and I don't think many are out there at all. Again, this holster is pretty awesome, and I just want to plug them because I was surprised by this, and it really worked out nicely. Comfortable outside waistband, but can be carried 4 ways. Got a clip for inside the waistband, smaller back, which no one should do unless you want a broken back, and or cross draw. I haven't tried cross draw, but inside the waistband, outside the waistband, certainly that's awesome. And that is the IPH4, and this looks like it's made for Glocks and maybe M&Ps and G3s and whatnot. But it fits well. It's just a little thick for it, but it fits well and worked out well in the at least the initial range review. Let me know what you want to see in range review part 2, because I want every excuse I can to shoot this, including I probably will use this and alternate in IDPA now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so hopefully within a couple months, I might alternate with a new optic pistol and then this for IDPA. And it's great. It really handles recoil well. The shootability seems there compared to other DASA videos. I've done quite a few double action, single action videos, including part 1 and part 2 coming out of the smaller, later CCW carry DASAs that are out there. And then I did a video on 3 bigger full-size, full-figured models both the tabletop and range review that you'll want to check out. I've done videos on the Delta Gen 1, Delta Gen 2, Gen 2 with an optic. I borrowed a friend's Alpha, which this is based on, and the grip is based on, which is their competition pistol. Technically DASA, though there's no decocker, but it's mostly for a single action safety on for competition, though you could manually decock it. And this thing just handles so amazing. And I don't always say that. I say good things, but about this, I'm saying great things. And so when the Optics Ready comes out, if that's what you're looking for, I think you should get it. I think you should get one anyway. If you're military, law enforcement, contracting, could possibly a small group that could possibly budget, I believe that this should be looked at. I believe an Optics Ready version with a threaded barrel, a tactical model, maybe pressure height sights to co-witness would be an ideal setup for the military. And I believe they've provided at least some group with such a thing. Maybe Arex or Global Ordnance can let me know a little bit more about that. But anyway, guys, I think Arex is really unknown, and you can get Deltas and Gen 2s even for great deals now, like $350, and they're $550, $600 pistols quality-wise easily. And this is way higher than that, though you can get good buys in the 0-1, but it's going to be thick for most people's hands. I have an XL glove. This fits good, and even then a little thick, but boy, it feels good in my hand. Feels manly, feels awesome. It feels like I could handle some business. But the Gen 1s are just a little too thick. I don't have the longest fingers. So if you have small hands or even medium hands, that was the biggest complaint about the 0-1. But here the 0-2 has fixed all that. Wrap around, thinner, higher grip, undercut, very nice front tracking beveled magazine well. Takes the same sight channels as the Arex Delta Gen 2s, which I believe is the same as SIG and Springfield Armory. I'd have to look on my friend X's sights to see if that's true. I believe that's true. Usually I put XS night sights on pistols. I don't know what night sights these are, actually, since I got Global Ordnance to put them on for me. But I do like them quite a bit, and they were on, baby. So, guys, this is the 0-2 or the Gen 2, 0-2S, Arex. And the biggest problem about these is magazines. So thankfully, last second I got them to send me Gen 1 magazine, and the Gen 1 magazine does function perfectly. It's just a drop perhaps one in capacity depending on what you look at, and all of that. Of course, there should be no capacity limits or illegal infringements here in America on the Second Amendment, or even in some of the European countries that still have pretty good decent laws anyway, like Croatia or Czechoslovakia. I don't know what the situation there is in Slovenia. Maybe you'd let me be lucky enough to come visit the Arex facility and do some drinking, partying, and shooting with you guys. Arex, maybe pulling our technical guys. Please send me the SRT. It's already amazing. It would be like, like racing Ferrari, Lamborghini, Ford GT good with that short reset in there. So guys, that is the 0-2S. Please look at the range review and please give me some ideas. What do you want to see at verse in a verse range review video, or how could I do a follow-up? Because I absolutely need excuses to get this one back out to the range. So again, thanks to Global Ordnance for sending this one out. And anyway, guys, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Please always drop a comment. Please, dropping a comment really helps me. I hit 30,000 subscribers. If you've watched more than 2 of my videos and enjoyed them on anything martial arts, combatives, etc., get my combatives street jiu-jitsu instructional on BJJ Fanatics. Even you guys overseas watching this video, get my combatives and street jiu-jitsu instructional. I think it would help you out and keep good guys safe. And that's what I'm all about. Please thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you, everybody. Kaboom. Stay strapped or get clapped. Always follow your ABCs. Always be carrying.